Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the T-2020, a Tier 8 Soviet premium heavy tank in World of Tanks Blitz. Now, this vehicle, just like it says in the name, resembles the year 2020, a terrible, terrible tank. Wargaming, I think, was trying to celebrate the year with it, but sadly, this year did not turn out too well, and honestly, Wargaming did a great job resembling this year in the form of this vehicle, because picture yourself getting an IS-5. It's a cheap $5 premium tank. Now, this tank here has got good mobility, goes 40 kilometers per hour, maybe 42, yeah, 42 kilometers per hour. It's got a decent powder weight of 16.7. It goes reverse decently at 14 kilometers per hour. The turret armor is extremely thick, actually just as thick as some of the tier 10 mediums in World of Tanks Blitz. Now, when you move on to the T-2020, now get that IS-5, make it $50 US, make the frontal armor the same, make the turret armor absolutely terrible, and make the mobility even slower with a 14 powder weight ratio and the forward speed of only 40. So, yeah, the T-2020 is just a worse IS-5 pretty much in every single aspect. Now, I do think it looks weird. You know, some people like the look of it. It's got a cool animation where it shoots the shell cartridge out of the roof. But overall, the T-2020 is not ever going to be worth the price tag unless this vehicle comes out for $5. And still then, you can get an IS-5 for like $5. So even then, this tank is still outclassed by the IS-5. In fact, you can take a look in the stores now, and you'll see the tank is 10,000 gold. And if you were to go down one more vehicle, you can get the T-55A for 10,000 gold. So why would you ever want a T-2020? Well, you get literally a vehicle, a higher tier that still earns good credits and is actually very enjoyable to run. You could get a T-44-100 for half the price, and while the T-44-100 isn't good either, honestly, I think it'd still be a better buy than this vehicle. Now, don't get me wrong, the T-2020 is actually a decent vehicle. I do well in it. I've got about a 70% average win rate, and in fact, I can get out a pretty dang good game in it. But the thing is that it's just a worse IS-5. It's like, you know, why would you buy it when you already have a vehicle that's so similar? It's kind of ugly, to be fair, and it's an ST-1 turret. In fact, the turret that is on it, it's an ST-1 turret, a stock ST-1 turret. Not only is the ST-1 turret stock, but it's got 70 millimeters less armor all around. And then, not only is it a worse stock ST-1 turret with 70 millimeters of less armor, it also weighs more. So, I don't understand that at all. You'd think that this tank would be mobile, but you can see here, it's not. Like, an IS-5 gets up to its top speed pretty dang quick. We're still not even up to the 40. There you go, just reaching 40. So, yeah, it's just not worth it. Don't even think about buying it. That's what I can say. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, the tank's so bad, it's actually kind of fun, like the Vindicator. It's actually, I honestly don't tell people to not completely buy it, just because it is kind of a fun vehicle. It's got that big alpha. It's a gimmick. This vehicle's not even a gimmick. It's just bad. Like, you can see there, that's the aiming time, and even if that shell hits, which it did, because, you know, it's Russian, so it always hits its shots, but, yeah, it's just, no. Just don't even. So, what do we got here? We got the T-5041 off to the side. We got some vehicles over here as well, so at least my 6 degrees of gun depression might help me out. We're going to push off to the sides here and see if anybody's going to pull out. I doubt it, but maybe, just maybe, that T-92. Actually, we got a VK-45, able to get a nice snap in there. Now, not only does this vehicle have cupolas on the roof of the turret, but as well, the spots right next to the gun, which look very well armored, are only about 200 millimeters thick, which, you know, 200 is not very strong for Tier 8 as a class. So, we'll see if we can get a shot out into, like, the T-92. There's a nice shot, actually getting some bounces, but the MO is able to cut right through, actually, the turret, as you can see. So, yeah, the turret armor on this vehicle really does struggle a very, very large amount. Now, that Emil is stock, which is good for me. I just realized that. We've also got, like, the Luva off to the side. It actually looks like he's exposing part of his bum, so maybe we could get a nice snap into that. Oh, come on, back up. You know you want to, or not, but, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the view, because there's not much else I can do, to be fair. So we got the Luva, who we might actually be able to get a nice snap into right about... we got to wait. We can't actually pen the rear. Oh, my God. Well, don't you just love your Russian heavy tanks? As I said, the gun sucks. Like, it's just a terrible gun. So we can plop on our adrenaline here and actually see if we can penetrate a shell. And there you go. So he's able to pen me at this angle. Watch us bounce this again. So where did he pen us? Of course, as you can see, right through that spot once again. As I said, this thing literally has no turret armor. It is weird, and that's a perfect example to show it having no turret armor. But, hey, he's the last one. I'm the last one getting the laugh out, should I say. At least we got a shell out. But you can see how patient I'm running this vehicle. Like, if I was in an IS-5, I probably would have been at least pushing in a little bit. But no, I literally cannot push in at all with this tank. Now, we got the T-5041. Still aiming in on his rear. Still aiming in. We can't even fire the HE. Did not mean to shoot HE there, but to be fair, We still got out the shell, so let's just back up. So we got 3 tanks left over here, and as well, I think there was somebody else over to the side. That would have been the T-92. Yes, there he is, right to the side. So we could try and penetrate a shell. Hello, comrade. How you like that? 1 health left. But you know what? We're doing decent. As I said, it's just not a terrible tank. It's just not good. Like, I would never suggest... I would not give this to my worst enemies. But at least you can do something in it. So let's see if we can get a snap. There you go. Nice snap right into the Emil 2's butt. And we got the Tiger 2 over there. And, ooh, that AMX might be running into even a worse group of tanks over here. So we got the Jag Tiger over to the side. And hopefully we're going to be able to get a nice snap into the side of him. Hello, AMX. Do you like HE? I bet you do. We're going to make sure this pens. There you go. Nice penetration. I was like, we got all the time in the world. And that was a 3,325 damage battle for the tank. So you can see it performs. Like, you can get out decent damage. But you saw that I didn't really get shot at much. And the shells that did hit me, like, easily cut through the turret. I don't understand why a Luva should be able to penetrate through the frontal turret armor at an angle like this. That doesn't make sense. An IS-5, as you know, would never be penetrated. An IS-3 Defender. You know, even, honestly, an IS-2 SH, I trust more on the turret armor than a T-2020. And it's weird because it's a Soviet heavy tank. It's supposed to have thick armor. Even in an Object 252, literally you can't pen the side of an Object 252's turret. It is one of the weirdest things on the planet. But yet, this tank just doesn't have good armor. And the weirdest thing is when this vehicle was in testing, and I remember Wargaming released that teaser trailer, I remember I and Pantouf made a video saying that this tank looks like the upper plate's going to be 300 millimeters thick. It's going to have ridiculously thick turret armor. The vehicle's going to be impenetrable for tier 8. It's going to be overpowered in crates. And then it came out, and we were like, oh, wait a sec. So let's do this one last battle here, get it over with. I actually like running this tank, though. I've got a weird concept of myself where I just like running bad vehicles because it's kind of fun, it's kind of challenging, and people don't target you when you're in a bad tank. That's one nice thing. Nobody wants to shoot T-2020 because they might catch a cold, but let's see what we're up against. We got a KV-5, another not-so-great heavy anymore. I wish Wargaming would give the KV-5 a little bit more frontal armor. But we got the KV-5, Tiger 2. The nice thing is that at least it has a decent gun on penetration values. As you know, most tier 8 heavies have nice penetration, but there's occasional tier 8 heavies that really struggle trying to penetrate like a Tiger 2 frontally. At least you can damage your enemy opponents. You know, if you're going to go down, at least you're going to hurt them. So that's one nice thing I can say, but you're going to be penned in the process. So it's more like your armor doesn't really exist, and your gun's not great. So let's see if we can pen a shell. Actually, there's a nice bounce. No clue how we bounced that. Oh. That was just a bad shot from that KV-5. Now, I kind of just figured I'd take the trade with him because, of course, I deal more damage per shot. Although, that was a big shell that did just ricochet on me. So let's get a nice penetration again into that KV-5. And, ooh, another nice ricochet. So, no clue what actually ricocheted off me there, to be honest. There was something that bounced me for 460, it looked like. Oh, it'd be a RHM with the stock gun. So, he missed me, which, of course, means we can get another shell out. So, I just think this thing is good luck, to be fair. Every time I run this tank, I always manage to get good luck. So we've got the IS-6 over here. Oh, and there he goes. Not IS-6, the KV-5, should I say. There's that nice heat pen, as I did say. 297, of course, is going to cut through pretty much any frontal armor you are aiming at. So now we got the Emil 2 off to the side. Now, if he manages to get his tank into a hull-down position, I'm not going to be able to do much to him, but we got tanks like the Tiger 2 right off to the side here. Let's get another nice tap into him and back up as quickly as possible. Don't want to be shot by that Emil. In fact, the IS is having a little bit of trouble here. I'm having a little bit of trouble as well, to be fair, but, ooh, that guy not doing too well anymore, I can tell you that. So, we got the Emil off to the side. We also got this Tiger, who just ended his life very quickly. And wow, a ricochet on the upper plate. That is a miracle. So we're actually doing well. Again, I don't know what it is. Wargaming almost wants me to do well in these tanks. But let's get a nice snap into the ISU. I heard him shoot, so that was nice. Watch us bounce this again. No, there you go. There's a penetration to the lower plate. So we got the Emil 2 off to the side, who I think we actually might be able to penetrate right through the turret armor. Although I guess it doesn't matter in the end. And all that's left is the RHM off to the side here. So let's see if we can maybe snap a shell into the side. No, does not look like. Come on, we can get the shell out. Come on, on the move, fire. No, ooh boy, that was beautiful. As you could see, the Soviet bias was really working there, especially against the German tank. I'm surprised it didn't hit. But you know what? We did a decent job this game. We got out some shells. So these were 2 decent games for the tank. At least you can see that if you did buy it, at least you can do well in it. But as I said, do not buy this tank. As much as it looks fun to run here, I could have done way better in not only an IS-5, but also an Object 252. And of course, the Object 252 comes for like 15 bucks. So do not even think about wasting money on this tank. If you buy it and then you complain about it, I will not be the one hearing the complaint. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like it, please make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. But other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.